Of course, we're hearing from the CEO, Sundar Pichai, coming out and really talking about growth in the advertising business, which is what I know that you were really focused on as well, trying to find new customers. They're talking about Pixel phones, and then, of course, the cloud business continuing to grow strongly.
Well, so the big beat in this print came from their core search business. So it wasn't from YouTube, as everyone was expecting. It came from core search. And the cloud business also did well. But when you look at the margin profile, they didn't beat by as much as they beat on the top line. So the top line beat was around 500 basis points above consensus. Margin beat wasn't as in the same magnitude. And part of the reason is they've been investing in all these new businesses, cloud, YouTube, and it's coming at the expense of the core search business, which continues to do very well, as we see in the print.
And we're certainly seeing the stock move around in the after hours here. What is the key thing that you would be asking them on their call? Because there's certainly a lot of moving parts when it comes to Google.
Yeah, so YouTube, the fact that it was in line, slightly below, it begs the question, how much room there is when it comes to just the monetization, and is YouTube kind of negatively exposed to reopening? So what we have seen with valuations is Snap, Pinterest, all kind of going down because everyone thinks with reopenings, these companies are negatively exposed. And looks like it's the same for YouTube. So the impact of the metaverse and reopenings on probably YouTube and core search is what everyone will be focused on.
It's really interesting when you dig into all these various numbers and the way in which that we're seeing revenue continue to be evolving in this business. They've been talking about NFTs as well. There is some talk as well as a declared 20-for-1 stock split. Mandeep, was this something anticipated that we'd see Alphabet, due to the sheer size and scale and expense of their shares, to start to split them down so it's easily accessible for retail?
Well, we have seen that happen with Apple, right? So they've split their stock in the past. It doesn't surprise me, given how kind of the stock has compounded over the years. And look, when you look at this company, 20% secular growth, it's compounding machine when you think about the size of the company and the core search business doing that well. So I'm not surprised that there is a stock split here.
Hey Mandeep, we see shares of competitors, other advertising platforms based online rising in after hours as well. Watching shares of Snap in after hours, Meta platforms higher. Help us push this forward to later this week when we hear from other companies. What can we extrapolate from Alphabet's report today that helps us understand what these companies are going to tell us?
Yeah. So because the core search business did so well, it kind of puts into focus the whole performance advertising bucket. And Meta is also performance advertising. So there are companies out there that are still investing in performance advertising to gain new customers, even though I feel the growth will probably decelerate. There was some pull forward during COVID. And I think what remains to be seen is, can it lift all the boats? And by that, I mean Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, can they all beat by how much Alphabet has beaten here?